Hey all, welcome to ShareTrack. This is Raj here, and in this particular video I'm going to look at 5 stocks. These are 5 stocks among my portfolio and my stocks of interest. And I hope you like this selection. If you want any more stocks covered in this area, which is outside of genomics, please put it in the comment and I'll add it here. And let's get started. Here we are in my TradingView platform, and I'm looking at the chart for SoFi, and I would like to clarify that these charts are for candles with 1 hour, 1 day each. So each of this candle is a 1-day candle that we have here, and you can see that on Friday the bears were trying a lot to pull it down, but it managed to stay above its inverted hammer out there, and the 10-day simple moving average is constraining it, but we still have 3 simple moving averages supporting SoFi, so that's good in my books. We have momentum also, which is pretty high. The only concern is that it has become a bit flat, and the MACD is tending towards the signal line to cross over to the bearish side, so it remains to be seen what happens on Monday. We also have Fed speak happening on Monday, so whatever the Fed says is also likely to, not exactly on Monday, but during the week there is going to be some Fed speak, and that's likely to impact the markets. So we'll have to see how it goes. But in case the bears succeed and push it down, then our first level of support is going to be the 200-day simple moving average, which is 6.65. So when a share has gone above the 200-day simple moving average, it's in a reasonably good position. So I am expecting for it to bounce back again after touching the 200-day simple moving average. Next, looking at Tesla. So with Tesla, as I pointed out earlier, we have a zone where there is a lot of sellers out there, and we have not been able to go above that. And on top of that, the Tesla day seemed to be a bit underwhelming, so stocks have started falling. But we have a support out here. I'm going to mark this as green. This was earlier a bear channel under which we were operating for a bit of time, right from 16th of February onwards up to 27th of February. So I'm thinking that this is going to play a role of a support, and we would bounce back from here. I have to find out this exact amount out here. It's going to be at 202.03. So that's going to be our resistance. And before that, we also have a resistance from the 100-day simple moving average, which is this fluorescent green line that is sitting at 199.82. So there is strong resistance at 199. Once we cross 199, I think we should be fine. Because the 50-day simple moving average is at 198.90. That's also giving us resistance. So once we cross 199.83, the decks are clear to go and challenge this resistance out here. And subsequent to that, we will have a resistance at around 203.46. If I look at the MACD, it's crossing over towards the bearish side. So that's not a good sign. The signal line is coming closer and closer to the MACD. And also the momentum has fallen sharply. But you could expect people to overcome the disappointment of the Tesla day. Regardless of everything, they have at least shown a chart for going forward, their new automobile design and everything. There is a lot of positives in there. It's just that I think Elon Musk overhyped the event, and therefore people came in with unrealistic expectations. But whatever they delivered is still very good, and people will realize that. And I think next week onwards, we are going to see an upward swing in Tesla. NVDA has been on a severe upward march. But friends, I would like to show you what is happening out here. In my opinion, we are running into a lot of resistance out here. And if I was to zoom out and see, in the past, we have been above that, but ever since, I think, somewhere around 7th of April 2022, we have never been this high. So there is inherently a lot of strength in NVIDIA, but it's going to be a very big challenge for it to cross over 238.82. The reason being that our MACD is bullish, but our momentum is very high and RSI is overbought. When RSI is overbought, typically we manage to come down. And now I'm going to draw another line out here on the RSI at the peak. And then we have a little more zone for NVIDIA to go up. I don't know if it's going to take it or not, but the chances are very high that NVIDIA is going to give some of its gains and consolidate before it goes up further. Another point we also have to remember is that we have a big gap up out here which needs to be filled. So if I was to zoom out and show you the gap up, it's huge. It's all the way from 207 to 224 that we need to fill up. So the original gap up was from 207 all the way to 230. So that huge gap up has to be filled. We have filled it partially up to 224. We have to go all the way down to 207, then come up. So that force is also at work. So next, let's go on to Palantir. Palantir has a perfect doji with a very slim trading range, and it is below 2 moving averages, and it has got 2 moving averages below it. So it's not too strong, not too weak, but MACD is bearish, and momentum, which is pretty high, still shows that the RSI is very close to being overheated. So we could expect a little more consolidation before any improvement happens. But overall, I think Palantir is improving, and it has got a bullish line of support out here, which is not too steep, this diagonal green line that you see here. So overall, I think I'm optimistic about Palantir. Fiverr has also been gaining a little bit, but I think there was a bit of indecision on Friday. We have a doji candle out here with huge volume. So a lot of people having a lack of understanding which direction Fiverr would go. We'll wait for more information from the market, and then that will determine the direction in which it moves. But purely based on technicals, I think it has a propensity to move up rather than down. And it's also got 3 simple moving averages below it, and a very strong support from the 10-day and the 200-day simple moving average. So it has to bounce up and go up when the market opens. FNGU, that is the microsector FANG index 3x leveraged ETN. I like to monitor this. It's also in my portfolio. And I can see that it's been struggling just above 75.55, which is a support that it has. I'm going to make this thick so that you can see it in your smaller devices. So it's tottering over this. It's consolidating itself. It's got support from 3 simple moving averages. The 10-day simple moving average is moving closer and closer to the price. And we have to see whether the price will fall below the 10-day simple moving average, or will it pick up and start going up. And we also have the 200-day simple moving average moving closer and closer to the price. All this indicates that the price growth has stalled, and that's why these averages are converging. We need the price to go up, and there is a good chance that it may go up, except for the fact that the RSI is overbought. So I would see a little more consolidation before it picks up further. And if we were to look at what has happened with FANG before, it's capable of going above the 70% for RSI and still continuing to go up. So even that could happen. It'll all depend on the constituents in there, the stocks that form the FNG index. And therefore, there is that scope as well, that regardless of being overbought up in the RSI, it may still go up further. So I'm optimistic that we are going to have a positive day for FNGU if the underlying performs well. So that's my analysis of what is happening right now. So to summarize everything, I would summarize by saying that when the Fed comes out to speak next week, that's going to move the market. So expect a lot of volatility in the run-up to any Fed speak. There is going to be rumors, and there's going to be speculation, and that can cause distortion. And once the Fed comes out and delivers that speech, there'll be some knee-jerk reactions, and then there'll be some normalizing afterwards. So this week is going to be very, very eventful. It's very difficult to predict what is going to happen. But there are certain stocks which are inherently strong, like NVDA, Tesla. So I wouldn't worry too much about them. And the others, of course, I would be a little concerned because they will be swayed a lot by what happens with the market. With that, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end. If you want any other stock to be covered here, apart from genomics, please put it in the comment below, and I'll make sure that I cover them for you. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye for now.